Right now, somewhere outside your window, there's a flower glowing with a pattern your eyes were never built to see. Not metaphorically, it's literally glowing, in a color that doesn't exist in your world. And every bee that visits it can see this pattern as clearly as you see a stop sign. Your eyes work using 3 types of color receptors, tuned to red, green, and blue light. That's your entire visible world. A bee's eyes are tuned completely differently. They barely register red at all. Instead, they gain something you don't have: the ability to see ultraviolet light. Ultraviolet sits just past violet on the light spectrum, wavelengths so short, human eyes simply can't register them. To you, UV light doesn't exist. To a bee, it's one of the 3 primary colors their entire world is built on. Take something as simple as this black-eyed Susan. To you, it looks like a solid yellow flower with a dark brown center, completely uniform petals. Nothing unusual. But switch to a bee's vision, and that same flower transforms. The outer half of each petal still reflects yellow, but the inner half absorbs ultraviolet light almost completely, turning into a deep, glowing color humans don't even have a name for. Scientists call it bee's purple. The result? What looks like one plain yellow flower to you is actually a giant target to a bee, a bullseye pointing directly at the nectar, glowing brighter the closer you get to the center. This isn't an accident. Over millions of years, flowers and pollinators evolved together. Flowers that could paint these UV bullseyes got visited more often, pollinated more efficiently, and passed that trait on. The flower is running a billboard advertisement in a wavelength only its customers can read. For most of human history, this entire hidden world was invisible to us too. It wasn't until photographers experimented with special ultraviolet sensitive cameras and filters that we got our first glimpse. And flowers studied for centuries suddenly looked like entirely different species. It's not just black-eyed Susans. Evening primroses show UV patterns like glowing veins running toward the center. Pansies display rings of color that human eyes flatten into a single shade of purple. Even flowers that look pure white to us can hide dramatic dark centers under UV, invisible bullseyes hiding in plain sight. Researchers estimate that a large share of all flowering plants carry UV patterns we cannot perceive without special cameras, meaning every time you walk past a garden, you're surrounded by signals you're completely blind to. And bees aren't just seeing color differently, they're seeing the world about 5 times faster than you do. A movie that looks perfectly smooth to you at 24 frames per second might look like a slideshow to a bee. Their visual system processes information so quickly that they can navigate through cluttered environments without crashing, reading signals, tracking movement, and finding targets in a fraction of the time it takes you to blink. So the next time you see a bee land on a flower without hesitation, remember, it's not guessing. It's reading a sign that's been there the entire time, written in a language made of light you'll never be able to see. This is just one creature with one sense, seeing one small part of the world differently. In this series, we're going further. Bats that build maps out of sound, snakes that hunt using heat, birds that can see Earth's magnetic field. If reality looks this different to a bee, imagine what else is hiding in plain sight. Subscribe, because next time we're stepping into total darkness to see what a snake sees.